start off. I am going to do just a really casual presentation. We're going to talk a little bit about what I do over at Federal Highway Administration. One of our big initiatives right now called Everyday Counts, and I'm going to wrap it up with some information about ITE in the Arizona section and what we're doing over there. One thing I forgot to mention about that, right now I'm serving as the president for the Arizona section. So to start off with, just a raise of hands since everybody's eating. I won't ask any questions. I was never a waitress, so I'm not really good at that. But who's all familiar with Federal Highway? For the graduate students, some of the undergrads a little bit. Federal Highway Administration, basically what we do is we oversee and steward the federal aid funds. As you probably know and you love, with the gas prices, that a portion of those go towards the federal aid system and then gets redistributed to the states to build highways, bridges, and the transportation network. And so our role, and me at the division office, we oversee what the Arizona Department of Transportation does. Our federal highway mission, we've revamped it in the last couple of years, and we want to have the best transportation system in the world. Did I get that right? Just about. And to improve mobility and through national leadership, innovation, and program delivery. Now, when you think of federal highway, you probably think of improving congestion, improving the roadways, the manual and uniform traffic control devices, but there's a lot more that we do. Environmental stewardship. This right here is on US 93 on the way to Las Vegas. It's an award-winning project, wildlife overpasses for the desert bighorn sheep. There's a series of 3 overpasses that connect the ridge lines, and it's working out great and a safe refuge for the herd. It's environmental stewardship, planning, sustainability. You know, that's really big. A lot of you guys are involved in what all that means and how we tie together transportation with our way of life, mobility. So planning and integrating all of those different facets. Quality assurance, something we want to avoid. This is why the geotechnical people are very important, to make sure that we have a good road bed for our roads and we avoid situations like that. You know, we test and we check and do quality assurance on our pavements, you know, check the density. Some things that are, you know, sort of on the fringe of what Federal Highway does is in our civil rights area. You know, we want to make sure that contractors and disadvantaged business enterprises, they're all given a chance to compete for federal aid funds. So that's a big initiative in Arizona and nationwide. Safety, like Ellie mentioned, I was a program manager for the safety program, and what that meant is, you know, I've worked with a large variety of partners throughout the state. You know, you'll probably see, you know, especially probably this weekend with St. Patty's Day, you know, don't drink and drive and don't text. You know, so we work with a lot of groups, Governor's Office of Highway Safety, SAD, MAD, all those groups, and we want to reduce, and actually we want to go towards 0 deaths. You know, that's our vision. We don't, every life counts. You know, we want everybody to get home safe at the end of the day. With engineering, you know, maybe we'll install rumble strips on the side of the road. You know, we might have some safety education and enforcement measures. So safety is a huge component of what we do on a day-to-day. And of course, research. We have a research arm up in McLean, Virginia, Turner Fairbanks. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with that. Probably some of the research you probably do is in partnership with them. They do have they have a lot of facilities and partnerships. They have a crash testing facility in the lower corner, some scour research that is going on there. So it's a really great group. And it's kind of called the Country Club of Federal Highway, because it's in a really nice estate, and it's really pretty, and everybody likes to go out there and take tours. And it's really neat to see the different research. And lastly, like I mentioned, you know, we have to be good stewards of our, you know, of our public funds. You know, our money is going to support, you know, transportation. So financial planning, figuring out how are the states going to afford to keep up and maintain the transportation facility. So this gets me on to this big initiative we call Everyday Counts. And what it is really, our new administrator, Victor Mendez, he kind of had a concept of, you know, we gotta get these projects going, we gotta improve innovation and actually get, you know, what we're researching and studying actually into transportation. So he dreamed up this Everyday Counts, and it's really taken off. And it has 3 objectives. We want to accelerate technology and innovation, we want to shorten project delivery, and accelerate project delivery methods. Just a brief overview of what each of those means. We have some really great technologies out there that are underutilized, and this is just a sampling of them. You guys are probably familiar with warm mix asphalt, prefabricated bridges. I mean, being able to, you know, assemble and put together, you know, a bridge project that might take 6 months, and maybe we can do it over a weekend and we won't have so many traffic delays. Adaptive signal control technology. Safety edge. Safety edge is it's the lowest cost thing you could ever do. You're putting a shoe on the edge of the paver to prevent edge drop off, and all the states are doing that, and it's really improving safety. And geosynthetic reinforced soil, just another way to improve constructability, might not have as much impact on the environment. A lot of these, I won't go through all of them, but essentially sometimes federal aid projects, you have a lot of hoops to go through. You have to follow the environmental process, you have to secure your right-of-way and get utilities out of the way. And all of these basically are figuring out ways to improve communication and shorten project delivery. And so a project goes from planning to design to construction, and trying to make all of that work a lot more smoothly, so it doesn't take 10, 20 years to get a project done. And once it actually gets to the construction phase, accelerating project delivery. A couple of words or terminologies you may not have heard of. Design build, it's commonly used in Arizona. You have a team that the design and the construction, they're all one team and deliver the project. And one that starting to get used in Arizona and across the country is construction manager, general contractor at work, and you actually bring on the contractor early in the process. He or she is taking on a risk to take on that responsibility, but hopefully you get a better, more constructible project in the end. And really what we're trying to do is foster a culture of innovation. And sometimes as engineers, we kind of like to do things the way we've been doing it. So it takes a while for us to accept change. So we're trying to speed that along and leap and not crawl into innovation, and to be open to new ideas. So yeah, I forgot, I cut out a couple. But yeah, so basically that's sort of an initiative that we have over at Federal Highway, and really kind of gives an overview of what we've been doing. And now I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about ITE. I'm really enthused to see a lot of the faces. We've had a couple of you guys over at our Arizona section ITE meetings, and it's great to see a lot of the enthusiasm at the student level. So I want to talk a little bit about Western ITE. I guess first of all, raise of hands of who all is an ITE member. About most of the room. It's pretty good for student membership. You know, it's a kind of a no-brainer. Might as well go ahead and sign up. Pretty low cost. So, but one of the activities, every year we have Western ITE, which is pretty much all of Western USA. We have our annual meeting this summer in Santa Barbara, and I hope to see a lot of the faces out there. And one of the activities, as you're probably familiar, some of you participated in ASCE, you got your concrete canoe and your steel bridge, and well, for traffic, we have Jeopardy. But it's you know what, it started in 2010 at the district meetings, trying to get more student involvement, and they have been having a blast with it. Last year, the Western champions was at Brigham Young University in Utah. I think in 2010 they had negative points, so they worked really hard and to practice And then that got them a trip to the annual ITE meeting. So anyways, it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of the other students. Then, like I said, it was a Jeopardy style competition. I think 3 members plus an alternate, and you got to go about it. But hopefully, and I hope a lot of you guys have gotten your March Madness brackets out, but I have my prediction for 2012. So hopefully see you guys out there. We will be out there for the summer's meeting, and yeah, if there's any support that you guys need, from the section, we definitely want to encourage that. It's a really quick presentation.